Do you remember the story of Malala Yousafzai, the young Pakistani girl activist who, while a young girl, spoke out publicly against the Taliban's prohibition on the education of girls? And in her first speech at the age of 11, she said, "How dare the Taliban take away my basic right to education?" In a world where persistent inequalities in education cripple the lives of millions of women and girls, Malala, in a move of extreme bravery, stood up against a Taliban gunman in 2012. On the day, or rather on one day at the age of 14 or 15, while returning home from school on a bus, Malala was shot. He was shot in the head and shot in the neck. She survived the attack and was flown to Birmingham, England for surgery. And not only did she survive, but she continued to relentlessly pursue her education at Oxford, as well as pursue her selfless work. On her 16th birthday, she addressed an audience of 500 people at the United Nations in New York City. She has won many awards for her work, and in 2014, Malala became the youngest recipient in history to receive or to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Some of her inspirational quotes are as follows. Let us remember one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. The Taliban could take our pens and books, but they couldn't stop our minds from thinking. If one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it? I raise my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. Pearls of wisdom. You might be thinking, what does all this have to do with today's gospel? And I would suggest that it has everything with today's gospel. Namely, some people have a special talent for showing the rest of us how to put our talents to good use. Aaron Lavero is a member of our parish and a former student in our school. And over the years, he has developed his God-given talent to be a teacher. And as a result, he is now a teacher. He's a teacher in our school here at St. Joseph. And as a teacher, he is helping to form the minds of his students, helping them develop their talents, which one day will be put at the service of others. Aaron too is showing us how to put our talents to good use. Pope Francis has designated this 33rd Sunday of Ordinary Time a World Day of the Poor. In his apostolic letter, which is dated November of 2016, he wrote, "It will be a day that will help communities and each baptized person to reflect on how poverty is at the heart of the gospel, and on the fact that as long as Lazarus lies at the door of our homes, there can be no justice. Or rather, there can be no justice or social peace." Father George, pastor of our sister parish in Ghana, Africa, during his recent visit to our parish, told us that their parish hopes to establish a library and computer lab at their main parish school. And here is an opportunity for our parish community to help bring that hope to fruition. In doing so, indirectly, we will be helping young boys and girls develop their God-given talents, which one day hopefully will benefit the people of Ghana and Africa. As we approach the end of the present liturgical year, we are encouraged to be prepared for the Lord's coming. Malala, Aaron, and countless others show us what that looks like. Our preparation is not a one-time, but a lifetime process. And the ever-present moment, that right now, is the time we prepare for the Lord's coming in glory. No matter how old or how young each of us is, each one of us has our own God-given talents. Maybe I shouldn't say our own, because they're meant to be at the service of others. Like Malala, like Aaron, we're not to bury or sit on these talents, but rather we are to put them at the service of others. When the Master does come in glory, he will want to know what we did to further the compassion, the humility, freedom, and love he entrusted to each one of us. Blessed are those who place an abundance into his hands.